Um, so the fears that I had was that what I had pictured in my head for buying a house wasn't going to be easily found. We were trying to buy a house when the market was getting hectic, so I was really nervous about finding something that met our needs and our future goals while still staying in budget. And then kind of the same thing with selling our house. My fear was that we wouldn't meet what somebody else wanted. Like we wouldn't have the right people coming and seeing our house and seeing the potential in it. So I was worried that it wouldn't sell quickly or as quickly as it did. So it was really kind of cool because our whole family has used Chris. It started with my husband's grandfather selling his house and trying to downsize, and then he just had such a great process with Chris, and we heard nothing but great things about Chris and his team. So when it came time for us to buy, we used Chris. And when we decided we needed to expand and find a bigger house, we loved Chris and his team so much that we're like, without a doubt, we have to go back. And now my husband's parents are using Chris, his brother's using Chris, we have friends that are using Chris. You can't go wrong with his team. So it goes back to customer service. I was getting text messages from him, from people that he worked with. He was constantly checking in, sending us videos, messaging us on Facebook and Instagram of, hey, look at these other houses that are kind of what you're looking for. Hey, I know that we're in like the waiting process for the house being built, but wanted to check in. And it was like that very personal connection that we had with Chris, and that we felt like, okay, we might not have the biggest budget, but he sees us just as important as somebody who's buying a multi-million-dollar house or a small little apartment. We are treated the same, and you don't really get that with other real estate agents. So when it came to buying and selling our house, he sat down with us at the beginning and walked us through everything and had like a timeline and game plan for us to follow. And then he met with us each step of the way, so that we were meeting with, the stagers for how we needed to, shape up the house before we get ready for pictures. And then of course taking the pictures and telling us, this is the timeline that you can expect, and this is where it'll be posted, and these are the resources that we're gonna use for it. To everything to the closing. I mean, walking us through the paperwork, making sure we understood what we were signing and what we were agreeing to. They just took really great care of us. We're in great hands with everybody. Chris and Grant and all the girls that are in the office, they all reach out to you. They're all very personal. You can ask them any questions. Like, you shouldn't ever be afraid of selling or buying a home with the Elliott team.